You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system for your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you uninvited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn it back until you start trying again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I'm trying to figure out if my buffering. Am I buffering? Please let me know if that's a little better. Please let me know if that's a little better, because it seems as though I am buffering and I don't want to go through this live buffering. So please let me know if I'm a little better. Is that better? Are you sure? Hey, baby girl. I can't deal with no buffering. I'm telling you, I'm already having computer issues. I think I need to buy a new computer. So I just want to make sure that it's doing okay. All right. Okay. If y'all say I'm doing better, I just dropped a link to hold on. I think I need some more light. Is that a little better? I don't know if that light helps or not. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. It looks like it's a little blue, still a little fuzzy. Is that better? Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, I think that looks better. Like I said, I've been having some issues with the pewter. So y'all let me know if it gets buffering or if it gets a little blurry. Please let me know. But I am so too excited to discuss Greenleaf with you guys. And I need y'all feedback. Let me know. First of all, y'all know how we do, all tops. Give me 1 through 10 on what you thought of this episode. This was the finale. The title of the show was called Behold the finale. So let me know if y'all enjoyed the show and what y'all rated for the finale from a 1 to a 10. And also let me know if y'all are looking forward to the spinoff, because there is going to be a spinoff. Right now, I don't know who's going to play in the spinoff, but if you watch the homegoing celebration, which was like a 30-minute show or so after the finale tonight went off, it was a show called the homegoing celebration, where they spoke with all the different characters, the actors on the show, and they were talking to them about, the entire 5 series, how they feel about the show, about each other, working together, their favorite memories, moments, all that kind of stuff. that they did. That was on the homegoing celebration. I really enjoyed that too. It gave a little insight, not really on more of the show, but just them personally. Like, let us know a little bit of who they are, who they think of the other people, who they think of the own company, Oprah, things like that. So that was really interesting to watch, and I did like that. And I did like how it does seem, at least they make it seem like they are really close, like a close knit group of people, like a family. I mean, that's how they make it seem. And sometimes the people who work together for years and years and years on TV shows or movies, they kind of like put on a front, like they all get along, like they all cool, they love each other, kumbaya and all that kind of stuff. But I really think that they really, enjoyed these last 5 years, spending time with each other. You said for a series finale, it's an A for me. That's a good number. That's a pretty high number. And I feel you on that because I did enjoy it as well. I think they went off with a bang. I think they went off with a bang. It was a really good tone. A lot of people really was upset about, Bishop James passing on. I can't lie, y'all. I can't front. When I was crying, like that scene, especially when they were crying, when Grace had got the phone call from the job in New York, and they had called her and said, you applied with us, years back, and we're looking for somebody talented, Black, smart, African American, to bring to our company, and you're the one that we want. And then right after that, she was all excited, and then her mom, Lady Mae, came into the room came outside her bedroom, and that was when Grace found out that her father had passed, and so the tone kind of went, down at that point. But when they all got called into the room, Zora, Sophia, Grace, Charity, Jacob, even Carissa. I mean, Carissa, how do y'all feel about Carissa now? We know there's going to be a spinoff, but right now, as Grace said, and the homegoing celebration, the show that came on after tonight, she said there's going to be a spinoff. Grace and Lady Mae said there will be a spinoff. They don't know for sure. I don't know if they're lying. I don't know if they're lying, but they are saying that they don't know exactly which characters are going to cross over into the spinoff. But I truly believe one of them will be Jacob. And I mean, we can't go without Grace. And I mean, I know Grace is going to be in New York, and Zora is going to be in New York, and most likely Darius is going to go up there. He said he's going to accompany her, not follow her. Get it right, get it right. When two people, move out of town because one has to go for a job, it's called accompany, not following. Following is the word we usually hear when people like, I'm following my wife out of town, I'm following my husband to Texas, I like how Darius said that, company, and it really touched Grace. She just started crying. She was like, oh my God. She's really, thinking of leaving. But yeah, I cried too. When they all was gathered around baby girl, when they all was gathered around the bed and they was laying on him and Zora was crying, and so Sophia, and at the show that came on afterwards, the homegoing celebration, I knew it was real tears. You just know. Like sometimes there are scenes where people are like, oh, they sat there, they did the show, they recorded, they got up and went on about their business to the next scene. But you could just tell that it was very emotional, very sentimental part of the last five seasons that we have witnessed. And they were really sad and really crying, over the loss of Bishop James, and not because of, just acting. This is like it. In the spinoff, it's going to be no Bishop. It's going to be no Bishop James. And I love me some Bishop James. He is really talented. I mean, he's been in so many movies, so many TV shows, plays, and all kind of things like that. But with the last finale, we find out they get their church back. They want Lady May to preach that coming Sunday to remind everybody what all Bishop has done for them and where they have come from, the good times they might have had, good memories, reminiscing, and also sending Bishop off. They already had the funeral, but they wanted to make it about Bishop and the church and what it was built on before all that chaos. All that chaos came with H&H and Bob and all them. But, Carissa, she was staying at the hotel. She made it clear in that one scene, she made it very clear to Jacob that it's over. It's over. And I was wondering if he would eventually give her another chance, but it's over. He ain't giving her another chance. Even when he offered her to spend the night after the funeral was over, she was like, nah, no. Even though the mansion is humongous, there's plenty of room where she could have slept. She didn't want to send no bad signals. She didn't want to send no confusion to little Winky, Jacob Jr. I hate that they nicknamed him Winky. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not a name I would name a little boy. Little wink. But anyway, she was like, I don't want to confuse him. I don't want to confuse you. Thinking it might be a possibility of some reconciliation or anything like that. So Carissa, she made it very clear. She left. She went to the hotel where she was going to be staying. Jacob, he went to visit Tara. Tara had a change of heart. She didn't want to apply to rip the house from, the plantation away from the Greenleaf. I think it finally set in after the last episode, after James did his whole dramatic speech on the pulpit of the church, and after speaking with different people, after busting Bob and his company and all the cahoots that him and his company had together with the lending company, after realizing all that, it all set in. Her sister, Tara's sister, Rochelle, she's cool. All she wanted to know was the truth. Tara, at first, she just wanted the church because, if it was any slight possibility that it belonged to her father, she just wanted, the land, not the church, but the land, the house and the land. But after last episode, she came to the conclusion that she believes the Greenleafs did not have anything to do with, betraying her father, with, altering the will. So she's good. She's like, y'all can keep the property. Lady May don't have to leave. Jacob was a little confused though, because he like, man, all this time you talking about God has something for you, God, a miracle. He's going to rain down blessings. He has a big blessing in store for you. And then you thought it was the house. And now you're telling us it could be something else. You said it could be something else. You said you don't like Winky Wink name. Well, every time I hear Winky, I think wink, wink. What up, wink, wink? Like, no. But for real. Now she did say, now this, I do believe that Tara, I don't know about Rochelle, but I can't see Tara rolling over to the spinoff without her sister Rochelle. And I'm sorry, but do y'all think that, I don't know, Basie? I still don't believe he did. I have a feeling that if Tara rolls over to the spinoff, so will Rochelle, and Basie is going to come from the grave. He's going to rise up from the dead and come from somewhere. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I could be reaching. Y'all know I'll be reaching sometime, but y'all let me know how y'all feel. Is he dead? Is he not? But, yeah, Tara had previously claimed that God promised her a blessing, but now she's like, oh, it probably was another blessing. Did you get that? Did y'all get that? That little shade? And I know she probably didn't mean it that way, because she's like, you know what? We good. Tell Lady May we even. And she said it wasn't like even as in payback or something like that. But I did catch that little shade when she was like, it's not payback, but you know what? It seemed like she was trying to say, the bishop is dead. My father's dead. It is what it is. She said she got what she want out the situation, and she's good. So now, do y'all think there's a connection between Tara and Jacob. Do y'all think that in the spinoff, they might get into some type of relationship with each other? I think I see some sparks. I think I see some sparks flying back and forth between the two of them. So y'all let me know. Do y'all think Tara's gonna be his new boo? Huh? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. If you think they'll be in each other's lives in the future. Let me know how y'all feel about that one. But as far as Charity, I think she did a great job. Y'all know I love me some Charity, even in real life. She's a Winans, and all them, probably including their pets, and their pets can sing they butts off. Her real name in real life is Deborah Joy Winans. Again, I've been loving the Winans since to grade school, since I was a little kid. So, she has a strong voice like the Winans. She did a great job leading the choir in a church service, and she's exactly where I believe she should be. We didn't talked about it before. We don't think Charity should be leading a church. Now, I think it's cool if she preach every now and then on special occasions or something like that, or in Lady Mae's absence, or something like that. But yeah, I think she's good on maintaining her position with the choir. And she done got on our nerves over the years. I mean, all her whining, like the Winans, her last name, but no, for real. She done got on our last nerves sometimes throughout these 5 seasons, but I still love me some Charity. She's very beautiful. She's very talented. So for some reason, I hope she crosses over to the new show as well. I really do. Lady Mae, her sermon, it really touched a lot of people. You said you love Deborah Jones too. You said, what do you think of Jacob and Tara's interaction? Something will happen. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Something will happen between the two of them. Tasha, you think Tasha's gonna cross over into the new spinoff, baby girl? Now that would be really, really interesting storyline, because Tasha has been in love with Jacob forever and ever, and he basically was like, nah. Tasha ain't got no chance because of the fact that her and her sister Rochelle and Basie, they all kind of helped swindle the pastor Greenleaf, Bishop James and Lady Mae, and the church out of all their finances. So I don't think Tasha ever will have a chance. Now, Tara, on the other hand, she claims. Now, at first, I was giving her side eye when she said she didn't know anything about what her sister and Basie was doing. But I kind of believe her now. And I think that she probably didn't have anything to do with any of that. So I think she probably does have a good chance if Jacob is really feeling her. I really do. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But Lady Mae, her sermon, she did touch a lot of people. She touched me. I thought I was in church, like real life church for real. Like, she touched me. That was the most powerful sermon that Lady Mae gave all this series. And remember what I said last week when Bishop James gave his grandson AJ the opportunity to turn his life over to the Lord, to accept God into his life, Jesus as his Lord and Savior, ask forgiveness for his sins. You know how we do in church. He turned that down. But I had said last episode that I do believe, y'all can go back and watch it. I said I do believe that this last finale, AJ will turn his life over to God. And I knew it as soon as I saw his eyes when he was looking at his grandma preach her sermon. His eyes started getting all teary, all bleary, all watery. And I was like, this is it. This is the time that Bishop wanted to happen when he was alive, but it's finally happening. So he done turned his life over to Christ. He came down to the altar, accepted God, Jesus as Lord and Savior. I know that Bishop is happy about that, smiling down from heaven about that. But yeah, so not only that, but he's going to stay with his father Noah Noah got them a new crib, a big old crib, but it's a nice crib. And AJ is doing better. His, I think he said it. I don't remember what it's called. His CTC4 count, blood count, something that got to do with HIV. His count is up, which is a good thing, thanks to Grace, hooking him up with, as he calls, that fancy doctor. So I think AJ is going to be good, and I think him and Noah will be good. I hope. I don't know. You said Lady May. Yes, her sermon was on point. Her sermon was on point. She took it from a whole different direction from what the church originally wanted. They called her, when they phoned her up, they said that they wanted her to basically preach about not really the past, but where the church has came from, all the good things that came to the church, everything that Bishop brought to the church. They wanted her to remind people about how great he was, how great the church used to be before H&H started to try to take over with Bob and them. And then once she got on stage, she was like, Bishop was like, you ain't about to spend this first day back in the church on this pulpit talking about me. So he came to her and told her, I don't want you to talk about me, but talk about something new, something fresh, something like what's yet to come. So she took a totally different direction from what the church originally wanted. And from what Lady May was saying, that there are going to be many changes to come, some good changes to come. And I truly believe that, with everything that has come to pass in these last 5 seasons, a lot of lessons were learned and taught. They've learned from their past, and it is time, like Lady May said, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward in the future. And so that was the reason for her message, which was titled, Make Me New. So I like that. I liked her message. It was really, really moving. I was up here like, oh, okay. My little spirit was beginning to get taken over. You said you want to know who Daryl James' father is. I think that's going to probably come out next in the spinoff. I hope it does. I really hope it does. I mean, or did Bishop take something to the grave? Because I keep saying that I don't believe Bishop told us everything. I don't think Bishop told us all the secrets that he knew. And I really hope that we find out who Daryl James's dad is, that Tara and them, and that could be a good storyline if Tara ends up with Jacob, because Jacob was the one who was helping to do the investigation, helping his sister Grace and helping her boyfriend Darius do the investigation. So maybe Jacob will be able to help her figure out who the father of Daryl James was, who's her grandfather. And maybe we'll find out some more secrets. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect from the spinoff, because there's been talk about it, but there hasn't been talk about it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to keep my eyes and ears open for information, more information on the spinoff, so we can talk about it, in the future, and we can do an update and everything. But as far as Grace, at first she was having some doubts about moving to New York, but during that sermon that Lady May preached, she preached the roof off. It was made very clear during that sermon to Grace what she needed to do. Even Sophia, y'all saw Sophia? She whispered in her ear. She said, Mom, your job is done here. Pack your bags, go up there to New York, and kill that interview so you can get that job. But after the church service, Grace, she had to convince Lady May that it was her time to go. Lady May, she didn't want her to go. She did not want her to go. But, and I understand it was right after her husband's death. And Grace is the strongest child. She is the strongest child between, all the children that Lady May has left. She is the strongest child. So I get why she didn't want her to go. But Lady May is strong. She's strong. She can preach her butt off. She got the rest of her family there. The church, the members, the parents, I know they will all have her back. I know they will. and she'll be okay. I think Lady May will be just fine. You said right, we have no details on the spinoff. Nope, no details at all. I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my phone at the y'all messages. If y'all wonder why I keep looking down. But you said, how do you feel about Grace leaving when she and AJ started really bonding and he got saved? Um I think Grace is doing what she needs to do. She needs to get away. She needs to get away. And it only makes sense. It only makes sense because remember, this whole 5 series, this whole show started with Grace's arrival and it's ending with her departure. So I think it's only right for her to leave. She needs to go. She needs to spread her wings. Grace done been through a whole lot. She done been through a whole lot here with her family. So I think it's a good thing that she goes. I really do. And as far as her son, AJ, he really needs a father figure in his life. That's what Bishop was trying to do before he passed away. He was trying to, help be a father figure, even though he's a grandfather, but you know what I mean. He gave him that car because he wanted to be able to have some type of bond with him, give him something to do, give him some type of responsibilities. AJ ain't really never had no responsibilities. He was tossed around ever since birth, ever since Grace gave him up. He was tossed around foster home, youth centers, jail, prison, end up catching HIV. So I think with Noah is best compared to being with Grace, because Grace, she's a coddler. She's a coddler. And that's kind of why there was always friction between her and AJ, because AJ don't need a coddler. He don't need somebody to pacify him. Like she did so much. She even had another person turn themselves, allowed them to turn themselves in and say that they did that robbery for those medications at the drugstore. And then that person got shot. So that brings me to this. Do you think there's going to be some type of vengeance, some type of revenge from maybe those who might have known that young man that did get murdered for a crime he didn't commit? Do you think that is going to come out eventually? Who that person is? Who that person really is? Because I swear, AJ and that guy looks just alike. And we had doubts all this series, all this season, if he was really Grace's son or if the other guy was. I want to know who that other guy was that was murdered in the shootout. So that I do want to know. But yeah, so y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, or if y'all think that's really still Grace's son. And I know we done been back and forth, but hey, I still have a tiny little doubts. But yeah, AJ, he did get saved. Not only is Grace moving to New York for a new job, but Sophia and Zora will be heading off to college. And remember, Jacob and Carissa really didn't want Zora to leave. They wanted to make contact with a family member up there who can keep an eye on Zora. Maybe she can live with them. So this is the kind of good thing for Darius. He don't have a job anymore because he got fired because of H&H. Grace needs, a new beginning. And Zora, she's going to be up there in college, and she does need somebody to guide her and look after her while she's in New York. Because I'm telling you, if she didn't, that girl, the things that she did while living at home with her parents, just imagine her going to college in New York, a city that doesn't sleep. Child. Yeah. So this probably could be a good thing for all three of them. But yeah, then Noah, he's moving in a new house with his father. There's no real chance of reconciliation that I can see right now between Jacob and Carissa. But who knows? In the spinoff, Carissa could be jealous. She could be hating. She could try to destroy the relationship. She could want Jacob back. So who knows? It's so many different directions the spinoff can go. I wish I knew a little bit about the storylines to come, but we gotta wait. You said so true. It started with Grace and ended with her. She is a coddler. I don't think that storyline is over with the guy that took the fall. I don't either. Baby girl, I'm telling you, I don't think that storyline is over either. I really don't. And maybe, I don't know. Could that other guy have something to do with some of the things that Bishop might not have told us, might not have led on to everybody? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. But yeah, I think this episode was really, really good. I was so anxious for it. And I think they did a good job, with I think Oprah, the OWN channel, the producers, the creators, the writers, the actors, everybody did a great job. And this was one of those shows that a lot of people, when they started watching 5 seasons ago, they gave up on it within like the first few episodes. They was like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this. And some people I spoke with, they're like, everybody been hyping it up so much this season that a lot of people went back and they started watching it from the beginning. So this is one of those shows where kind of like Empire and kind of like Power. They start off a certain way and people really not feeling them, but then it like grows on you and you get pulled into the storylines and the characters and you feel like you know them and everything. That's what Greenleaf was to me. And speaking of that, the spinoff to Power is going to start next month. The Have and the Have Nots will be starting shortly. I think in like 3 weeks or something like that. But my other show, Queen Sugar. I review a lot of shows, y'all. But Queen Sugar, that is not going to start till 2021. Y'all probably saw that in the commercials when you watched Greenleaf tonight. I was really looking forward to Queen Sugar. Really, I love that show. I really love that show. But they said due to the effect that the Rona had on the cast and I don't know who exactly is affected, if it was producers, if it was the actors, I don't know, but they said because of the epidemic, they're pushing it back to 2021. And I get it, but I sure was looking forward to Queen Sugar. But we got Power finna come back on. We got the Have and Have Nots finna come back on. We get to find out what's going to become of that show. If the guy who took advantage of Hannah all those years ago, and if they would get some kind of revenge on him, if he'll come back into Hannah's life, that's what I'm looking for. What Candace, how she's gonna feel about that. Benny, how he's gonna play a role in that. Now that he knows, the man who took advantage of his mother way back. Will Candace and him develop some type of bond, mother and father? Will Hannah and him get back together? Because I really thought they had a great relationship. He really was in love with her. She was in love with him. So I'm looking forward to that in the Have and the Have Nots. So if y'all love both of those shows, I do review those. So look forward to my reviews on that. But yeah. I thank everybody for tuning in tonight to my review, my season 5, episode 8 finale review called Behold. It was really great. It was really awesome. Make sure y'all like and share the video, please, and thank you. If you're not already subscribed to the Hood Table, please subscribe to the Hood Table. And if you would like to become a member of the Hood Table membership squad, all you have to do is click the join button and you could join the membership that way. If you're an iPhone user, you'll actually have to go in the description box below the below a video and click that link, because for some reason iPhone does not like that join button, so you have to actually click the link in the description box. But as far as our other platforms, we are on Twitter, we are on IG. If you follow me on IG, let me know. I'll follow you back, because I don't follow back everybody, because a lot of people follow, on IG. But if you are subscribed to this channel and you tune in for the shows here and there, let me know you follow me on IG, what your name is, and I'll follow you back. We have a private Facebook group called The Hood Table. We have a public Facebook page called The Hood Table. You can join either one of those. And then we do have a new website. It was finished like a week ago. It's called thehoodtable.com. Of course, yes, we own the domain, thehoodtable.com. So thehoodtable.com I post some videos that I do throughout the week. I do one blog a week. I just pick a subject, pick a different show that I thought was really great, and I'll do a written blog on it, a detailed review on the show. I do that. And then also we have a newsletter, so you can sign up to the newsletter, and I will send out a newsletter every month, once a month at the beginning of the month. You'll get a newsletter, just a little things that might be going on with the hood table, maybe some exclusive interviews or anything that might be coming up, some events, giveaways, things like that. We did have our August giveaway a few days back for this month. Somebody won that, and it will be the first Friday of each month for the people who actually joined the Hood Table Membership Squad. The first Friday Night Live show that we do every Friday, the first one of each month, that's when I'll do the giveaways for the members. And then the third Thursday, I'm going to make it the third Thursday of each month. That's when I'm going to have a private chat, private video with the people who have joined the Hood Table Membership Squad. And we just going to chit chat. We're going to talk about different things, maybe get a little bit, you guys can get a little bit more knowledgeable about me, about who I am as a content creator and as a human, a person, Q&As, things like that. So it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. It'll be something different than what we normally do, on the Hood Table. So I'm looking forward to those, and we are getting new members all the time. So again, no pressure, but if you would like to become the Hood Table Squad member, feel free. Thank you, baby girl, for tuning in. You said great chatting with you. Good night, love. If you want, feel free to join the Hood Table Squad membership. It's 2 levels. Memberships, you'll see them on different YouTubers' channels, the join button. And basically it's just saying that you are a fan. You really enjoy the content creator, the YouTuber, and you want to contribute monthly a certain amount to their platform, as a donation or just a love offering or something like that. Some people send Cash App, some people send PayPals, some people, hit the super chat button and donate that way. And then some people like to, donate on a regular basis. So that's what the join button is for. You click it and YouTube or Google takes it from there, and you choose if you want to do the $1.99 level or if you want to do the $4.99 level. And again, YouTube and Google takes it from there. It's a once a month charge that they take from your debit card or whatever. So if you would like to do that and contribute to the Hood Table, do that, please, if you like. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it. That's all. One last thing. I did upload a recorded interview that I did today. It's called From the Pew to the Pen. And it's an exclusive interview with somebody who was raised up in church, had pastors as their parents, and they ended up serving a life sentence in prison. And they still are in prison, and they're fighting to get out of prison. So that was part 1 of the interview. Being that they are in prison, I have to do the interview in segments, because when they make phone calls, because they do have to call me, they make phone calls and you only get like 15, 20 minutes on each call. So it's going to be, part 1, part 2, part 3, however many parts it takes for us to finish the total interview. But part 1 was really, really good. It was really good. So please go through the videos. Check out the video that I uploaded earlier. Part 1, From the Pew to the Pen. It's a story of how a preacher's kid ended up, in prison serving life after being raised up in church. So it was really good. Part 1 was really good. Y'all know how I do my interviews. It's not really scripted per se. It's kind of just me chit-chatting, just talking to people. And so I never know which direction it's going to take. Of course, as an interviewer, which I'm no pro at it. I just go with the flow, and I learn little bit after each interview. But I kind of just go with the flow, and I try to keep it going a certain direction. But sometimes, it goes another direction. But it always comes back, to where it needs to be. But yeah, please check that out. It was very, very good. Part 1. It was about 15, 17 minutes or something like that. We're going to do another interview soon. We're going to try to do like 2 a week. And then it'll wrap up the series of From the Pew to the Pen. So again, please check that out, please, and thank you so kindly very much. And also, if you missed our exclusive interview with Brittany, that was, what day was that? Oh my God. The family, the black family that got pulled over. Well, they was already in the parking lot of that store, but the police had handcuffed them, had the kids on the ground, had the mother interrogating the mother and the kids. They thought the car was stolen. Come to find out it was a totally different car. It wasn't even a car that was stolen. It was a motorcycle that was stolen. It was in a total different state where the motorcycle was stolen. So they had them handcuffs on the ground. The kids were screaming and crying, and it was so much confusion. And anyway, my people knows her people and told her to contact me for an exclusive interview. And she granted us with an exclusive interview, and that was last week. So that is also posted on thehoodtable.com, but it's also posted on my YouTube channel too. So if you want to check that interview out, that was a great interview as well. So yeah, that was the family from Aurora, Colorado, and Brittany Gilliam, the mother and auntie of those kids that was placed on the ground in handcuffs. She gave us a 1-hour exclusive interview about everything that happened from the beginning to the end. So please check that out. Watch it, share it. And again, if you're not already subscribed to the Hood Table, please subscribe to the Hood Table. And in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night.